You're boarding for sunshine and adventure, but the food? That could make or break your cruise. Before you hit the buffet or reserve that specialty dinner, here are the key things every first-time cruiser should know. When it comes to cruising, food isn't just a side perk. It's often just as important as the ports you visit, the shows you see, or the time you spend relaxing by the pool. For many people, cruising means eating 3 full meals a day, maybe more, and the sheer number of restaurants and food choices on board can be overwhelming, especially for first-time cruisers. That's why it helps to know a few insider tips before setting sail. Let's start with one of the most popular places to eat on a cruise, the main dining room. This is where thousands of passengers gather each night for a more formal sit-down meal. Now, based on plenty of cruise experience, the quality here can really vary. It's not that the food is bad, but you might find that it's a bit hit or miss. One night, you could be wowed by dishes like Jamaican jerk chicken or a beautifully made bruschetta. Other nights, the same menu might fall a little flat, and there's really no way to tell in advance which meals will be the winners. Here's a key tip. You're not limited to just one appetizer, one entree, or one dessert in the main dining room. If 2 appetizers look good, order both. If you can't decide between a steak and the pasta, go ahead and try them both. In most cases, it won't cost you anything extra. That said, some cruise lines, Carnival for example, have started charging a small fee, usually around $5, if you order a third entree or more. So, while you can still sample generously, it's good to know where the boundaries are. Now let's talk about specialty restaurants. These venues have changed a lot over the years. What used to be a rare optional upgrade has now become a full-blown experience. Back in the day, a specialty steakhouse might cost you $20 per person. Today, it's not unusual to pay $50 or more per guest, depending on the restaurant. But in many cases, it's worth it. Specialty restaurants tend to deliver much higher quality because each dish is prepared to order for a smaller number of diners, not mass-produced like in the buffet or main dining room. You'll often find more diverse cuisine options here, like Mexican, sushi, Italian, or Chinese, dishes you won't typically see in the complimentary venues. If you want to try one, be sure to make a reservation ahead of time, especially for peak dining hours. The earlier in your cruise, the better. Many people have luck snagging a table on the first night, and even if a place looks booked, don't hesitate to walk up and ask. Sometimes you'll get lucky and be seated right away due to a no-show or last-minute cancellation. Now, onto the buffet, another central dining location on nearly every cruise. Buffets are usually open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and best of all, they're included in your fare. Breakfast at the buffet is often a highlight, with all the classics: eggs, bacon, fruit, and pastries. But when it comes to lunch and dinner, the food can be, let's just say, pretty basic. It's buffet quality, and if you eat there every day for a week, it can start to feel repetitive. That's why it's a good idea to mix up your dining spots throughout your trip. And here's something you might not know. It's completely okay to take food out of the buffet with you. If the buffet is crowded or you just want a more relaxed atmosphere, feel free to take your plate to the pool deck or even back to your balcony. Just grab what you want and go. Speaking of food, there are some rules around what you can and can't bring on or off the ship. You can bring pre-packaged, unopened snacks with you when you board. Think granola bars or packaged nuts, not homemade items. And while you can take food from the buffet to other parts of the ship, you cannot bring food off the ship into port. This is due to customs regulations, especially in foreign countries, and even when returning to the US. They're mainly concerned about fresh produce, meats, and other items that could affect agriculture. Sometimes, there are even dogs at the gangway sniffing for violations. To avoid any trouble, it's best not to take any food ashore at all. Lastly, let's touch on tipping, because cruise tipping can be a little confusing if you're new to it. Most cruise lines automatically add daily gratuities to your onboard account. These tips go toward your dining room servers, buffet staff, and room stewards. So when you finish a meal in the main dining room or buffet, you can simply get up and leave. No extra tip is expected. It might feel strange if you're used to tipping after every restaurant visit, but it's all handled behind the scenes. Of course, optional services like cocktails, specialty dining, and spa treatments still include their own tips, which are either added automatically or can be given manually. Also, if your cruise assigns you a specific dinner time, early or late seating, that's more of a suggestion than a strict rule. In most cases, you can show up when it works for you, even if it doesn't match your assigned time. You may have to wait in a separate line for a bit, but the staff usually do their best to seat you as soon as they can. Knowing all this before you board can make a big difference in how you enjoy your cruise and your meals. A little preparation goes a long way toward making your dining experience more flexible, more flavorful, and a whole lot more fun. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel.